Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. Always a pleasure to spend time with you, and I just appreciate having you here with me on the journey. So today I want to share with you more about the process and a bit of a deeper dive into how I conceive a 1000 day goal, because I shared with you in my previous video why I don't plan yearly goals. I just don't think that for anything transformational 1 year is enough. It's too short of a gap to weather the storm when we try to do something transformational. And to be honest, for me, after brushing with death for 3 times, elective amputation of my right leg, car accidents, heart attack, all of those things, I don't play small anymore. So it's not about the small goals, it's about transformational goals. And for me, this 1000 days is really about 3 big transformational goals. One of them is a body transformation, as I shared with you, and today I'll dive deeper into the details and kind of explain the process, the tools, and kind of the framework that I work with when I set myself up to do something like that. The other one is writing my book, finishing my book. I'm already writing it, but finish the book and publish it as well. And the third one is a business goal where my intention is to triple or quadruple my business during that period of time. So I spoke before about the need to have resolve in order to commit to a process that is transformational. And this is really important. I can't stress enough how fundamental this is to our ability to even stay on track. And I'll be honest with you guys, am I certain I will achieve my goals in 1000 days? No. Do I know that I will stick to the plan and I will actually stay on track for 1000 days? That's, a long time, almost 3 years. Will I hit some bumps on the road that may completely derail me and something will change in my life and all of a sudden I won't pursue it anymore? I don't know, could be. In the past, I can tell you that the transformations that I've done, which in the last decade were really around my health, but prior to that, I immigrated to Canada, changed my life altogether, built a home for my family, got divorced and recovered from that, and built a second life with my beautiful wife Sonia and my kids. Business transformation completely from real estate, development, investments, and working with people that are very bottom line oriented, to coaching and consulting, which is something I just love doing. This is a passion of mine and my calling, to be honest. So all of those things come into play when we look at a long-term goal and a transformational goal in particular. So today I want to take you inside my world, take you on a little journey with me, and share with you how I actually prepared to launch into this particular transformational, body transformational goal. I share the transformation on the physical side first because I think it's something most of us can relate to. It's a common language. Most of us are not totally satisfied with where we are, with our physique, with our health, with what we know we can do. And for me, health has transformed from just optimal health to be healthy, with my heart attack and car accidents and medications and dozens of surgeries have created havoc in my body. And I've chosen very holistic ways to treat myself. And one of the primary methods that I use is the healing methodology of the East called Ayurveda. And I will share with you information about that. I just came back actually end of last year. I was there for a healing retreat for 3 weeks. That every time allows me to reset my body, realign, and be able to sustain my health at a high level, where today I'm completely medication free and just feel the best I have for the last decade. So going back into the process of this transformational journey, the idea of doing something on a scale where you don't really know if you can achieve the goal is intimidating. Sometimes we will reduce the goal to the bare minimum because we're afraid to think about what if and can I do this? Am I in a position mentally, physically, financially, whatever that may be, to actually pursue it all the way through? And we know this. We give ourselves excuses. I've done this multiple times in my life. And on this journey, I don't know, maybe some of this will come up as well, because it's not a small task to see ahead of you 1,000 days and stay on track, right? And this is a very diligent process, especially the body transformation one, because it is so precise. The food is measured. The timing of my meals are measured. The number of exercises in the gym, the type of equipment I use is measured. How I work with my support team is very, very structured. So there are a lot of things that I want to share with you today that are more around how do we set ourselves up for success, or at least how I try and set myself up for the highest benefit of succeeding on my journey. So with this particular body transformation, I have prepared myself a few months in advance. I really believe, and this is the greatest gift I received over the years, and I'm sharing this with you, and hopefully some parts of this video will inspire you or will kind of allow you to look at things in a bit of a different perspective. But what I learned was the power of clarity and the power of knowing why you want to pursue something. If it is just on the surface and it doesn't touch your heart and it doesn't really relate to something that connects to who you are or who you want to be or who you don't want to be anymore. You know, the person who quits on themselves, or the person who succumbs to, you know, addictions or bad relationships or business failures or whatever the case may be for you. There is something that I really try to do every single day, and it is to wake up with a lot of gratitude. I know that this life is given to us. As far as I'm concerned, we have one run in this body. And knowing that allows me to just start the day with gratitude. You know, every time that I wake up and I put my one foot on the ground, I say thanks. Because waking up in the morning and having the privilege to live another day in this crazy, chaotic, insane, beautiful world is not a given. I know this because I brushed death 3 times. And I know how tender that boundary between life and death is. So for me, I definitely don't take it for granted, but it is something that when we embody an approach and an attitude and an energetic quality in our lives of gratitude, of appreciation, when we focus on that more than the negativity, more than what we see on the news or consume on social media or whatever other types of media that you consume, you have to understand that those messages create our worldview. They affect our belief systems. They make us question what is true and what is not. And sometimes if we don't question it, which a lot of the media does that, we don't even know what is real and what is not. We don't do fact-checking to a level to understand really what are the underlying interests of that particular piece that we've just heard or read about, right? So for myself, when I look at this journey, I want to share with you the preparation. So first of all, what I did was hire a coach. Yes, hire a coach was the first step. And I'll tell you why. I am a coach and a mentor. And I know exactly the power of a good coach that has walked the walk, has overcome the challenges that I know are coming, and that has the experience and the track record to walk with me along the path, because challenges will come. And the more I am surrounded with the right support, with the right tools, with the right systems that I will share with you today, the better chances I have to succeed, because storms will come, challenges will appear, I will question the path, things will not work the way that they're supposed to, maybe an injury will happen, or something in my day-to-day life or family life will require an attention on a level that I just cannot commit to the exact thing that I want to do. So a coach is someone that I take very seriously. I had and have coaches in multiple areas of my life. Some of them have taught me how to interact with life and how to see life from a different perspective. And some of them actually, but by not being great coaches, also taught me a lot about what I don't need to do, or how I can become a better coach. So I thank all of them. They all taught me something. But I know that on a physical level, on the transformation I'm after, I need a professional here. And I interviewed several coaches for several, probably 2 months, I would say I did my research. And I found one that I feel happy with, because for me, my worldview and the way that I treat my body is in a very holistic way. I don't prescribe to overconsumption of supplements and processed food. For me, it's all about fresh food and food that can nourish my body and my soul and is Ayurvedically oriented. For a lot of coaches, they already have a certain path and a certain way that they see how to achieve these goals, and many times it's with high level consumption of proteins, high level of processed foods, and things that I just don't relate to. And I've tried this in the past, and I know that for my body this is not the way I want to go. And I'm not trying to become, Mr. Universe. I'm just trying to change the proportions between my muscle mass and my fat. So this is a very diligent process. So a coach was the first thing that I chose, because I know that having somebody who can go and walk with me along the path and has the experience and speaks my language and understand my worldview and where I come from and is willing to experiment with me was really, really important. I know that I do this with my clients. I choose them carefully as much as they choose me carefully, because it's a relationship. And this is going to be a relationship for a year, 2 years, who knows, maybe 1,000 days I will work with this coach. So that was first thing, okay? Then I understood what the plan was. So we worked on the nutrition plan and we made the adjustments according to my preferences and health requirements. And then we started to work on the physical side of things. So what I understood very quickly was that with the home equipment that I have, or the community center that I used to go to, it's just not enough equipment there to really do all the exercises as needed, because the plan is almost 50% weightlifting and 50% machines. So I had to choose a gym now, a commercial gym. Again, did my research, went to check a few local gyms in my area. I'm blessed to live in Vancouver, and we have several of them. And I chose one club. It's called Fitness World. It's a chain of gyms. But it's awesome. It has all the equipment that I need, has a great atmosphere. I've worked out there now for a month almost, and I just love it. So change and make sure that I have the right equipment and it's accessible was very important. So coach and equipment. Second thing was to start and really measure my progress. And to measure my progress, I have to be very precise, because here every gram counts. When you do a body transformation, where you want to be is in a caloric deficit, especially at the beginning, when you just want to lose the fat and kind of start to do this transition into more lean body mass. Then you need to measure everything. So first thing that I did, I got a digital tape measure. And the nice thing is that this one is easy to measure areas of your body that you don't necessarily have easy access to. It comes with an app on the phone, and I love technology. And when it measures your circumference, you click it on the phone and it measures that, and you have a graph to show you changes of your abdomen area and your biceps and your thighs and everything that you measure, which is awesome. So accuracy was really important for me this time. I don't want to wing it. And sometimes in the past I used a flexible tape measure, and the measurements are not there. And it is so important, this journey, to measure everything so I can adjust as I go. So that was the second thing. The third thing was I got a fitness tracker. Now, I've been working with fitness trackers for many years now. I've had multiple of them. I had Whoop devices and watches and Garmin's and Suuntos, and this time I chose a Fitbit. It's reasonably priced and it has everything that I need. For me, a lot of the program that I'm on right now measures two specific areas. One is sleep. So these devices, although they're not scientifically 100% accurate, but they give you an X-ray. It's like a little X-ray on your wrist that starts to show me patterns of my sleep, of what's going on, and based on that I can understand what needs to be optimized. Same goes with step counts. So for me, the aim is to do anywhere between 10,000 and 12,000 a day. I started with 6,000. Now I'm close to 10,000. So I'm using a device to actually give me the real numbers as close to real as they can, so I can see them. So I get these reports every day, I get the reports every week, and I look at them, and I also share them with my coach to understand where we're at. Am I doing the right thing? Am I not? How is my sleep affected throughout this? Because changes of diet, exercise intensity, and stress in general life has a direct effect on the results, right? So it's very important to know that. The other thing that I did, I got a nutrient macro tracking app. I got MyFitnessPal. That's the app that I use. And what I love about it, I actually upgraded to premium. What I love about it, it allows you to track everything that you eat. So for me, and I'll share this with you in my next videos, I became a machine in the kitchen. My wife is in awe, although I cook for myself right now, but it is, you have to plan. You have to have bulk food prepared for the week, especially when I go and work outside the house and travel here or go there. If I don't have everything planned, then I just will default to whatever is available. And there is just very slim chances to succeed on this process without being on track and make sure that all the challenges that I can address ahead of time are dealt with. So food preparation is extremely important. The MyFitnessPal is great because it allows me to scan barcodes on different types of food, and it gives me the nutrition content of each one of them. I can create my own meals on it, and I get a breakdown for every meal of my macros, which is carbs, proteins, and fats. And really, with body transformation, it is so important to have the proportions right. The window of eating is important. I eat right now every 2.5 to 3 hours. A certain meal, I start with more fat in my breakfast, and then I move more into carbs as I get closer to my workout. So that is the energy source for the workout. And before sleep, there are certain things that I do as well to entice a deeper sleep as well. So these are things that are important to do. So I took that, did the fitness tracker. I weigh my food, so I have a digital scale to weigh everything that I eat. I don't play around with an estimate or a handful, a finger, a this or that. No. I weigh, because that gives me structure. It gives me a clear understanding of where things are. And I want to tell you this. What I love is structure. Maybe I'm biased, because I was a commando soldier in the Israeli Air Force, and structure and frameworks and accountability and commitment is everything as a soldier, especially in elite units where you work with a very small team and your life is in the hands of your team member. But over the years, I kind of lost that, and I started to be more fluid with things. I didn't like to deal with details. By nature, I don't like to be too detailed oriented. Getting into the weeds of every little thing, I had resistance to it. But as I grew older and hopefully a little bit wiser, I understood that if we cannot measure something, we cannot really achieve anything, because we don't know where things are not working. What do we need to adjust? What changes need to take place? So documentation of this journey for me has become vital. This is part of the video series I do here with you guys. Part of it is, of course, to share with you, but a lot of it is also for me to document the process, to see where I'm at, and kind of keep me on track, which is awesome. So that was another piece that I've done. Another equipment that I've added over Christmas here was a under-desk bike. So it's kind of a half bicycle. You sit on it. I have a standing desk, so I can stand throughout the day as well. But with this bike now, it's not for cardio exercises, like to really have a good workout with. It's more about circulation and movement, because my work has shifted into kind of a knowledge work environment, a lot of computer work and sitting down. And this sedentary lifestyle just doesn't contribute to anything. I used to in the past go for walks and kind of do elliptical and stuff like that, but I found that I still sit on average about anywhere between 3 to 5 hours a day. So now with the under desk bike, I can have about an hour, maybe an hour and a half of just gentle movement and keep circulation going. So my friends, this is kind of where I'm at right now. Part of the reason I share this with you is to explain that in order to get to the point where you can begin your transformational goal, you have to be prepared. You can't just jump into it and haphazardly decide, oh, I'm just I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to lose some weight. I'm just going to eat a little bit better. I'm just going to, I don't know, go to the gym a little bit more consistently. You know this. You've been there just the same as I have. It just doesn't work. The resolve, the need to be connected to the transformational goal from the inside, to understand your why, to do it from a loving place for yourself, a place of self-respect. And I have a lot of emphasis on this physical transformation because I have been challenged in that area for many, many years. It's just something that I want to respect the vehicle that I have received. I want to not just be as healthy as I can, but be proud of this work of art that is in the process right now. And I have no idea where it will take me. I may fail miserably and I may discover some area of my life that, I always wanted to engage with and just didn't have the chance to do it in such a dedicated way. So my invitation for you, my friends, is to look at your life right now and maybe start with a simple list of what are the transformations that you are after, and be very diligent about this. Transformation is not just a goal, right? Losing weight is not just a goal, right? Increase your revenues and income from your work, career, your business is not just a simple goal. When we talk about transformation, especially the way that I do it, and this is why this entire blog series is about 1,000-day goals. It's not about 1 year or 1 quarter or 1 month. It's the long-term view about what is possible when we have this commitment for the long run. And that allows me to weather the storm that will come and actually shows up almost every single day. But when I look so far and I say, okay, I have about 33 days behind me right now. I have another 67 days ahead of me. It is crazy, right? Because now the little things are not that big anymore. They don't allow me to fail myself because I can bounce back very quickly and continue on and stay on track for the long run. And this is really an important piece that I found for myself. When we have a too short of a term goal, we tend to give up very quickly because we have, as humans, we have expectations of fast results. We want it yesterday, right? But nothing happens that quickly, especially not transformational goals. It takes time to build the mentality, the mindset, the identity, the person who actually needs to walk in your shoes every day and be committed to that goal and step into it and do it every single day. That is the journey. For me, that is the joy. It's not the outcome. The outcome would be nice, to post the photos and to show the before and after. That would be great. But what I am after, and this is what fires me up and gets me so excited, is it is, for me, it's all about the journey. It's about how do you live in the journey while you do it? And that's the phase. So for me, I have 1,000 days now to thrive and enjoy and be with the challenges and with the benefits and the beauty of it all and whatever comes my way, right? So that's my invitation for you guys to look at your life and see if you would like to transform one area, what would it be? And what kind of commitment are you willing to commit to and find this inner strong resolve to actually pursue it? That is the magic. So you're welcome always to share in the comments what you're after. If you have any questions, if you like what I share here, please subscribe, like the channel. It always helps us, reach more people. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.